I'm Mark Swall, Civil Discourse Now. It is December 6th, 2024. Cassie Jackson is in Hamilton County. Cassie, how are you doing today?
Doing well, hanging in there. How are you?
Oh, just groovy, except for the fact that we're looking at a possible dictatorship being imposed upon this country on January 20th. And I've been doing a lot of work on this for several years. So I want to go back to 2017. I began to represent folks who challenged the validity of the 2016 election. We did it on the basis that Russia, its dictator, Vladimir Putin, had staged a cyber invasion of the United States. Now, that phrase was on a motion for extension of time that I filed in a case in 2022 because I needed an extension of time because I was having knee surgery. Amy Barrett was the justice for this circuit who made the decision to deny my motion for extension. Now, that was kind of a standard motion, and it was within 10 days because of the deadline, because extraordinary circumstances. I was having knee surgery. So she's on the Supreme Court of the United States.
She's also the worst. She's also just absolutely the worst.
And well, her and Clarence Thomas are pretty close, but under oath, she said Roe versus Wade was good law, and then she turned right around. She lied about it. Lied. That's consistent for their kind of group over there on the court. But she denied the motion without any kind of comment. But I got feedback from two people who said, implied that I was mentally unstable. And one of them said, did you say that, and only said it like this, did you say that the United States was being invaded? And it's like, what the hell? And it's like, okay, so another thing I want to say about Barrett is...
So gaslighting, mental illness. We've never seen anyone else do that in the Republican Party, despite them all suffering, actually, from a ton of personality disorders that are severe and untreated. Thank you, go on.
Oh, that's quite all right. But, you know, when you say Amy Coney Barrett, sounds like her last name is hyphenated. No, it's not.
She's a basic bitch. She's a basic bitch. She's not going to hyphenate her name. Stop trying to act woke, Amy.
Yeah, and I appreciate you said, yeah, and that's what's galling about it. So let's go into what we have right now. We have Trump has said he's going to be a dictator from the day one, but that's why we have a crisis, an emergency here, because one, we still are undergoing an invasion by Russia. Nikki Haley said in 2017 about the 2016 situation that was an act of war. Also, Trump acknowledged Russia interfered in the election in 2016. So did Paul Ryan, who is Speaker of the House. So did Mitch McConnell, who's an asshole. Everybody was saying, well, yeah. And Mike Pence said, yeah, okay. So you fast forward it to now, Russia's cyber warfare approach is far beyond what it was. Actually, they started in 2012 because they wanted to hack into our government. This is a worldwide movement of authoritarian leaders, also known as dictators. Now, why would they want control of things? Because they want to take it back to the good old days for them, when a very few people at the top oversaw a society in which everybody else was slaves. And for a long time, it was because God wanted us to work as serfs for the king. I mean, and then during the Enlightenment, people became rather cynical about there being a God and there being a God that supports royalty. So they've tried to shift that in the modern Christian church of the evangelicals by saying, well, you know, you can get wealth. If God loves you, you can get wealth, you can be rich. So what we have now is this. We have Trump is scheduled to be sworn into office on January 20th. He should not be. One, he's an asset of Russia. If you look at everything he's doing is classic for totalitarian regimes. He's putting the worst people in to do the things specific. I mean, RFK is going to have a lot of people are going to die because of his incompetence, because he's opposed to healthcare like that. You can go through an itemized list, but that shows how heavily vested in things Putin is. So that's one thing. So we're being invaded. 2, we're going to have a dictatorship. 3, when you look at the emergency powers the President of the United States can exercise, there are a bunch, 137 statutes, but also he has the authority as commander-in-chief to respond to an invasion, and that's what's happened here. And it's galling how it's happened. And it's also
it's been well documented that it's happened.
Yeah, and then there's this. He can't exercise or occupy. Trump can't occupy the office of President of the United States because he engaged in insurrection against the United States. Now, I want to make sure people understand there's this false equivalency of going, well, okay, you guys are saying that about 2024. He's saying that about 2020. Let's all get along, okay? No. If Trump gets into office, we no longer have rule of law.
Right.
And he will say, 2020 was stolen. I'm president. I'm going to reverse everything on it.
That's the real problem, is that he's going to reverse back things, and then we're not going to be able to do anything.
Yeah, and also, let's see. You got a problem with people being immigrants here? He's threatened to take away people's citizenship, meaning people who are native-born Americans.
Right.
Now, this is all ridiculous. And Biden pardoned his son. George H.W. Bush pardoned his son.
Also, Trump pardoned his brother, his son-in-law's father, who was paying for all these hookers and stuff. How's that?
I didn't know about that, but no, and he's ambassador to France too. So it's like really this artificial outrage that people in the Trump world are expressing, and what they don't understand, and I get tired of hearing people say like, well, love it or leave it, because they said that during the Vietnam War. No, we have a right to say what is going on right now is unjust and unfair. And also, you pricks out there, they're trying to say, you believe in the Constitution? No, you don't. And neither does Trump, and sure as fuck, Micah Beckwith doesn't. So Beckwith, okay, I'm sorry. I did that. It was a Friday afternoon. I kind of had to. Is that okay?
I thought you were gorgeous. I'm just liking how that you're like bringing about all of this, like fuck around, find out flex in you. I just love it. You're my favorite.
Oh, thank you so much. Cassie, you have a nice weekend. We'll be talking later. Maybe do some more podcasting over the weekend.
Hopefully. I want to finish up on this topic because I think you have some more to say.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.